Should men approach women at the gym? The answer is yes. And throughout today's video, I'm going to explain exactly when and how it is appropriate to do so. The reality is you can meet women absolutely anywhere if you know what you're looking for. Case in point, my cousin approached and met his wife at the gym, and the rest is history. They've been married for 10 years and they have 2 kids together. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with going up to a woman and talking to her, even if that is at the gym. It just depends on how you go about doing it. There is absolutely no excuse for being a weak-minded coward. You just have to go out there and take action. Now, where does this question come from? This was requested by one of my subscribers and a mate of mine. So shout out to you, Aaron. I'm going to share it here on screen so you can all go through his question too. And he wrote this on my free community. So for anybody who wants to join, link in the description. So Aaron says, "Hi Christian, hope you're doing well and things are working out with your business and case studies. I want you to make a video on your take on talking to women at the gym because there's recently been men getting labeled and shamed as creeps or weirdos for trying to make a conversation, especially named and shamed on social media, even TikTok, the least social media platform I like. A lot of men are afraid and nervous to make a move on women in general, other than the gym, because of controversial labels that ruin a man's life. So I want to know your take on this so men can understand with straight up answers." Well, the reality is simple. You don't have to be afraid of anything. The reality is most young men and women who are single are dying to meet that special someone. And for those of you listening, that could be you at your local gym. Think back, how did all of our ancestors meet? Parents, grandparents, great-grandparents. We all exist here today because everybody up our family tree interacted, met, got married and had kids, and the rest is done. Social media didn't exist. Dating apps didn't exist. So where is it actually appropriate to meet a woman? Because quite frankly, some people could argue people go to the gym to work out, not to flirt. People will go to church to pray and not to flirt. People go to a restaurant to get food, not to flirt. But the reality is, if a man and a woman are both emotionally available and attracted to each other, and it's right place, right time, they can begin getting to know each other and it could lead to a relationship. There is nothing wrong with that at all. So there is no shame in you going out there and approaching a woman, even if that means at the gym. Think about it. If you have a social life, you go out, you try new locations, places that are modest and moral, good, normal, healthy people interact, you can meet someone. Maybe you get introduced through mutual friends, family, third-party acquaintances, business partners at work, for those of you who are young at college, university, high school sweethearts, even if you're younger. That can happen, and it has, and there's nothing wrong with that. So what's so bad about going up and approaching a woman at the gym? Of course, there are going to be immodest or immoral women at the gym, the same way there's immoral and immodest men at the gym. But there are also normal, healthy men and women who go to the gym to exercise, who take good care of themselves, who just happen to be single. So when and how is it appropriate to approach a woman at the gym? Very simple. The best way to approach a woman at the gym is to rely on indicators of non-verbal attraction. In other words, if you see a woman, guys, that's smiling at you, she's staring, she's holding eye contact, she looks away and looks back at you multiple times, she blushes, she smiles, she waves at you, perhaps she's even come up and trying to speak to you a few times, you keep catching her staring at you, that's only going to happen if she finds you handsome. If, as a guy, if you saw a woman that didn't look attractive, you don't want to look at her face anymore because it makes you feel sick. And that's reality. We're attracted to what's beautiful. So if a woman thinks you're handsome, she ain't going to keep her eyes off you. She is making it clear through non-verbal indicators that she finds you handsome. It's that simple. That is when it's okay and acceptable for you to go up and talk to a girl. But if you're one of these weirdos who thinks that, all right, I'm going to stand there at the gym and go up and talk to every girl, yes, then you are creepy. Especially if none of those women are looking at you or giving you any signs that they're attracted, you're wasting your time, in which case you don't approach them. But it is only appropriate if you are receiving non-verbal indicators of attraction. Now, this means that there's a higher likelihood that she is available. In other words, emotionally speaking, she could be single, right? No ex in the background, healed. So she's ready to meet a guy, and that she's interested. She actually does find you attractive. However, that doesn't mean it's always the case. You're going to find that out when you go up and talk to her. She might be somebody who is unfaithful, who has a boyfriend or a husband, right? Or she's come out of a long-term relationship and she just looks at you because she finds you attractive and she wants nothing more. There's different variables. Regardless, that shouldn't be a fear factor. If she rejects you, she's not wasting your time anymore. You overcome your fear. And if it turns out that it's mutual attraction, great. Get a number, call her up, ask her a few more questions to get a sense of if you're compatible or not, and then you decide whether you want to ask her out or not. That's not a bad thing. There's billions of women in the world, men, and all you need is one good traditional woman who feels the same way about you. That's all it takes. Go through the no's until you get through the yes. All you have to do is go up to her and start a conversation. This lowers your chance of rejection, and of course you don't end up wasting your time walking up to random girls hoping that one of them likes you back, right? So you're at the gym, you see a girl smiling at you, she's checking you out, and you see that pattern repeat consistently, it's intermittent, like flashing lights, then it's very simple. Then it's okay for you to go up and talk to her, and you just want to be very simple. Don't use a weird, creepy pickup line, just be genuine. Especially when you approach her with pure intention. Think about it. If you're going up to a woman with the intention of, I want a wife and I want to be a husband and build a family, your intention is pure, right? A lot of men that are very lustful, they're porn addicts, they can't stop lusting after different women. They feel ashamed to go up and talk to a woman because they have ulterior motives. They want to take from her, they want to use her. Instead, when you're righteous, you want to build with a woman, you want to create with her and get to know her. So you're much calmer when you go up and talk to her. And to top it all off, if she's giving you the signs that she's attracted to you, come on, she's serving herself up on a silver platter. Simply go up to her and say this: hi, what's your name? Followed by a genuine compliment. For example, if she's attracted to you and you go up and walk up to her, that's what she wants. She wants you to be the man to come up and talk. I mean, her looking at you and the sign she's giving you is her invitation for you to do so. In that case, when you go up and talk to her, there's nothing wrong with giving her an actual compliment regarding her. You can say, hi, couldn't help notice you over there. Just wanted to say you've got beautiful hair, you've got beautiful eyes, whatever happens to be. What's your name? Let her reciprocate. Let her ask you for your name. See how she reacts. Does she blush? Is she blushing, right? Is she still looking at you? Is she getting a little shy? Is she engaging in conversation? And then you take it from there. It's really that simple, guys. Hi, what's your name? You've got beautiful blue eyes. Sorted. It's really that simple. And then it's in your hands. That's how I would go about approaching a woman in the most genuine way possible if I were to be single and a woman were looking at me consistently. As long as obviously I found her attractive too. If you don't find the woman attractive, look away and don't give her any more indications. If you're at the gym and you notice that maybe that girl has a boyfriend or husband or a guy she's with and she's looking at you, then she obviously doesn't have very good morals. Do not get involved, turn away and focus on your workout. But if you frequent a gym and you see a girl and it seems to you that she's single, there's no one around her, she's always staring at you, she's always smiling at you, and you like her, go up and talk to her, ask what her name is, give her a genuine compliment, and get started. That's all you have to do. You're only going to get labelled a creep If you say weird sexual things to women, right? Or you start going up and talking to random women that aren't even so much as looking your way, yeah, that's going to obviously freak out a woman. But if she's smiling at you, she's looking at you, the signs of attraction are there, that's up to you to make the approach. That is what I have to say to you, all of you. So I'm going to close on this. For some men, it may be discouraging to look at the modern world and wonder, where can I find a traditional woman? But if you're sitting there at home expecting a godly woman to fall right into your lap, or you're daydreaming about crossing paths with an amazing woman, that's not going to make it reality. You are not a tree, move. The Bible tells us very plainly in Proverbs 18:22, whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favour of the Lord. Translated into modern English, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favour from God. This verse does not tell you that he who waits, hopes, prays, or wants a wife gets a wife. No, but only he who finds one. How do you find one? You go out there and you look for it. If I'm hungry and I desire, for example, for whatever reason, blueberries, and I go to the supermarket, I'm going to go to the fruit aisle, which is going to give me the higher chance of finding fruit, and I'm going to look for blueberries. And if I go in there and they don't have blueberries, what do? Do I settle lower my standards and get apples? Of course not. I get up and leave and go to a different store until I find blueberries. And it's the same principle with you guys trying to find a woman. Stop being a pussy and go out there and find one. You go out there, you look around. Are those women interacting with you? Are they giving you indicators that they find you attractive? Great. Talk and see where it goes. Ask questions to assess compatibility. If they reject you, they reject you. Walk away. If you're so fine-tuned and specific on finding a woman that has the qualities of a wife, you're not afraid to be rejected because you know you're not right for each other. So you can send each other on your way, and that's it. Go through the no's until you get to the yes, and don't settle until you get there. As Jim Rohn said, keep trying until. That's the metric you're looking for. You keep trying until you get that result you're looking for. I will continue to look at different stores until I find blueberries. If you're that guy at the gym and you're single, you don't know what to do, go out there and try, talk to that girl until eventually you come across a girl who, yes, I'd love to get to know you. Here's my number. You're very handsome. And the rest becomes history. As my cousin did all those years ago. His wife was on the treadmill. He kept looking over at her, thought she was attractive. I remember going to the wedding when I was a teenager. The best man at the time was his friend, and he told the story of how they met. They were both working out. My cousin looked over and said to him, "That chick over there is beautiful." And my cousin's friend told him, "Don't be a coward, go and talk to her. I saw her looking over at you." So he went up, spoke to her, asked for her name. They started talking, they got each other's number, and they started going out. Now they're married and they got 2 kids. 10 years together. That's all it takes. Take action. Guys, if you see a woman smiling at you, she's checking you out, that's your cue. Go and talk to her. If you have morals and your values are godly, why would you be afraid? She might not be the one doing the rejecting. Maybe it's you. Maybe you get rid of her because you find out she's not right for you. Either way, if you know what you want in a woman, keep putting yourself out there until you find one that is right for you. And it's no different than if you go to the gym and approach a woman that is giving you the indicators that she finds you attractive. Good luck, and let me know how it goes. So that's the video for today. For those of you who are new, welcome to the channel. My name is Christian. This is Relearning Relationships, where I teach men to master relationships righteously. For those of you who would like to learn how to do that and join my program, link in the description, or go to my website, book a call with me, and we'll discuss things in further detail. For those of you who would wish to share a case study with me, an experience you have had, a positive or a negative one, and you believe my viewers can learn from your experience, send me an email, detail everything, and I'll get started on that. With that said, hope you'll have a wonderful day. God bless all of you and your families, and I'll see you all in the next one.